Hey everybody, and welcome to Hex Token channel and Superman Crypto and Pulsechain YouTube, 3 channels, over 10,500 subscribers. A big welcome to you. Bitcoin has done it. Woo! $40,000. Let's bring it up without further ado. We normally get into the comments, but we're going to get into that in a second. But let's bring up the beautiful green, and of course, hopefully we'll have Bitcoin back at 40. So before we do that, though, actually, let's say hello first. Let's tease out. Hopefully, we'll get there. Brian's in the house there. What's up, folks? Good to see you, Brian. Roderick Patrick as well. Good morning, Superman. And you all. Good to see you, Rod. And of course, we got Lies Beneath with the Truth looking really good. Obviously, it's Green Day today. Lies Beneath. We've been waiting for it. Hex, Hex, PLS, PLSX, and incentive for the win, 100%. And of course, there's the golden strategy there on Pulsechain. Hi, Archie's in the house. Hi, Archie. Good to see you. Big shout out from Sandy Beach. Welcome, everybody. Woohoo! Get excited. We got Brennan in the house as well. AFG, folks. Brennan called it. He called it. Hashtag called it. We got Matt as well. Howdy here for a quick stop in. Hey, Matt. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. And, of course, Crypto Truth. Hi, Sandy Beach and Hex Family. Sci-Fi 5555. Absolutely. We got, who else in there? Jumped in. Lots of cool people. So let's get straight into it. We got Joey Torres in the house as well. Big shout out to you. In fact, I think I replied to a comment from yours, Joey, on Superman Crypto. So big shout out. All right, let's get into it, folks. Let's have a look at the green. And let's go to this screen. Bam. All right, so Bitcoin's just down slightly at the moment, but it was at 40K before the live stream. 39,969, up 14.5%. Woohoo! That's kind of bull market territory, right? These double-digit gains. And look at Ethereum. Boom, 21% on Ethereum. That is really pivotal. You guys know that I really want 2400 on Ethereum, and then we can get a start of a mini bull run for the altcoins. Obviously, we're expecting the bull market to last into kind of the Q1, maybe Q2 of 25. Some people even have it longer, so we'll have these ups and down oscillations. But man, it's going to be pretty tremendous with the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. You're not going to get much bigger than that. We're really, really excited. Look at that green there, looking so good. That's the monthly. Let's have a look at the daily chart. And, of course, that's the daily chart there, looking really, really nice. Look at that. So on the monthly, looking pretty amazing. And, of course, the daily there is up 1.26% and 1.27% on Ethereum. So looking very, very nice indeed on the 2 leaders there. But, of course, if you want to switch back to the monthly, dark green, which means we're in very exciting times. October, November, of course, beginning of a maybe elongated bull market. Really, really cool. And we hit the 30K. That was very important, 30,500. And now we're challenging the 40K. And, of course, that means super mini bull run on the market. And, of course, we don't get much bigger than Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. This is what we've been waiting for 14 years, and it is here today. It is exciting. So let's jump over to the chart here on Coinbase. We've been following this chart here on Coinbase with our macro map. And, of course, everything is looking gorgeous here. The window of opportunity has played out big time here. We've been moving along the 20 EMA on the yellow, just absolutely powered away the last couple of days. And, of course, today we've hit so far $40,220 on the daily chart there, which is fantastic. We got our Bitcoin ETF window is coming up on the 10th, and that's a little while away. So let's have a look how many days that is from here. We've got 38 days until that window is met. And, of course, the SEC lets us know how we get on. Now, we've got a 90% probability. So let's hear from some of the market experts on this, because it's a really, really big deal. So we're going to hear from one of the very top Bitcoin analysts, Stefan here. So let's hear it from him.
Line everybody up for approval on the same day, which means that, so right now you have this deadline for Global X That's December 29th. We don't know the exact deadline for hashtags in Franklin. It's likely to be somewhere around January 5th to 8th, maybe. So that means there's going to be a window from January 5th or some other date and January 10th where all 12 can be approved, which has been the date that we've been saying for months that this thing is going to happen by. So now we're really narrowing in. We thought there was a possibility we could see approvals in December, but the move from the SEC this week tells us that the approvals, again, if they happen, we're 90% odds that they're going to happen by Jan 10. So this move by the SEC.
So super bullish there from one of the top analysts in the space. And yeah, it's the market is moving. We've probably got a bit, the big ETFs already buying, pushing the market up ahead of any announcement. So really is exciting. And we have got a mini bull run at the very minimum ahead of us in the short wee while. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, obviously, we're getting up further past that. We've got to go into the Bitcoin halvening. Now, this is a bigger deal, right? This is where the big cash comes in. So how do markets go up? You need big cash to push them up. This is what's going to push them up. The next thing that's going to be also bullish is the Bitcoin halving coming up in April. It's going to be fun to see that as well. Will we see Bitcoin miners sell in, or will we see Bitcoin miners hoard because the Bitcoin block reward's going from 6.5 to 3.25 on the 17th of April? We will see. But I suspect to you that Bitcoin is going to become more valuable because of the halving. So it's going to be fun, pretty fun to see that. So we've got extremely good lineup here. This is about as good as it gets, and that's going to be so much fun. So yeah, we're expecting a no change in the Fed there on the coming up there on the 13th, I think it is. Yeah, 13th of December, and maybe we'll even get a pivot in the interest rate just after the Bitcoin halving in May. So that is looking what the market's really calling at the moment is May, maybe even March is a possibility, but really May does look like at the earliest possible time. But yeah, May, June looking good. So yeah, bullish, perfect time. Well done, everybody. We're all here in the right place at the right time with the perfect lineup. It's pretty awesome. Now, what sort of money is going to come in? Well, the biggest money in the world outside of governments, and of course, that is ETFs like BlackRock. So let's quickly hear from the CEO of BlackRock here.
Clients around the world about the need for crypto. I mean, when you think about, I think some of this rally is way beyond the rumor. I think the rally today is about a flight to quality with all the, all the issues around the Israeli war now, global terrorism. And I think there's more people running into a flight to quality, whether that is in treasuries, gold, or crypto, depending on how you think about it. And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality.
All right, so flight to quality, and that's what it's all about. It's going to be absolutely amazing, folks. Really, really cool. And as we can see the month increase there on Ethereum, 21%, and BTC at 14%, looking really good. But of course, more exciting times ahead of us as we move forward. So really, really cool at the moment. So looking exciting. And of course, we want to bust over that 40K and stay. 40K and stay. Maybe consolidate over 40K would be pretty nice. That's what we're looking forward to there. Ethereum, of course. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, they were waiting for their altcoin season. And of course, Ethereum's been lagging a little bit. But hey, look, we've had a couple of strong moves into the Ethereum chart here. Also bouncing off the 20 EMA. Big shout out to Brennan. And of course, we've got the price there at 2,193 at the moment with a high so far of 2,200. You guys know I've been waiting for that sort of 2,400. I really think Ethereum can do pretty amazing. We had a bit of a play around on Discord the other day talking about how high can Ethereum go. Obviously, we started off at around about 10,000, and which is kind of like a 2x from the previous bull. But of course, that could go, maybe to 20,000. So we're going to see how that goes with that. So 3x seems quite doable typically in this market. So fun times ahead for that. Now, I do know that some people have even higher numbers, like $100,000 Ethereum, but I think pretty comfortable with that. Say, let's say 10 to 25K mark for the bull market seems pretty reasonable. Now, we are going to have 7 ETFs in the Ethereum coming as well, but that will be a bit later in March. So March is the time for that. And of course, March is all the way out here. Let me see where March is all the way out here. So we've still got a bit of time for that to happen. So I'm not exactly sure the exact dates in March, but I think they're kind of, let's say the 6th of March. So that's about 93 months away for that. So bullish. Money is coming and the markets are pumping. That's what we like to see. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, it's going to help with Pulsechain big time with capital multiplier effect and circulation effect there going on, which is going to be pretty epic. We're going to get into day 205 results. We've got the quadruple 0639 at the moment on Pulsechain, up 1.1%, 64% of the sacrifice price. We've got Hex at the moment, Pulsex, down at 1.3% at quadruple 0173. We've got the buy and burn now hit 579 almost 9 billion Pulsex have been bought up and burned. We got 2.82% of the total public supply is bought up and burned. Now here's the kicker. Here is the kicker. Power City is coming. And of course, Power City is going to collateralize Pulsex, just like we saw liquid loans collateralize Pulse. And of course, we know how really bullish that has been straight out of the gate on liquid loans, regardless of the loan price at the moment, because some whales were selling early at the loan launch and the size of the liquidity. So apart from those two issues, Pulsex should benefit 100% from that. And it has a lower loan threshold, right? Liquid loans is $2,000. It's $500 on Pulsex. And so Pulse is going to get collateralized, and we're going to see tons of Pulsex go off the market. I think it's going to be really bullish. Power City also has a huge following and a big marketing and multiple protocols in the ecosystem. So I think it's going to be absolutely killer on Pulsex. That's probably the tip of the day. So tip of the day is Pulsex there, and the price pullback has been pretty sweet for that play with Power City coming up anytime now, now that the Fetch Oracle is up. So there we are. There's your tip of the day. Now, obviously not financial advice due on due diligence, but we're playing high probability there. Incentive token is down 1.4%. It's at 69 cents. One incentive token equals 10,758 Pulse. So that's a slip from yesterday. We've got just over 18 million incentive tokens in supply, and 116,000 has been burned through the TYRH protocol from Jacob's ecosystem. Hex there is at 1.1 cents, down 1.6%. EHEX is at 6200th of a penny. Combined price of EHEX at PX pretty much the same as yesterday, at just down slightly, of course, at 1.72 cents. So that's pretty much it on the market for day 205, where Bitcoin is breaking to 40K and, of course, got the high of 40,220. So pretty bullish on that. Let's have a look at the charts here. Let's get rid of all this stuff. I've got to prep this, but let's have a look here. I was actually planning on no live stream today, but when Bitcoin hit 40K, I had to go, let's go. I can't not stream on a 40-day Bitcoin. So here we are at quadruple 06. So a nice little line here. It looks like a little bull flag. Brennan, let me know what you think of that. We're going to get Brennan on this week, by the way, for a live stream. He doesn't know that yet. No, we talked about it, but we're going to get that. And of course, we're over the top of the 50 on the Bollinger Bands, looking good. And of course, at the moment, it's a good, still very good pickup place. We're at 53, and with Bitcoin and Ethereum now moving into the upside, it's looking fantastic. And in my view, well underpriced on the old Pulsechain. So look at that. It's going to be good. All right, Pulsex there. Let's have a look at that too. Pulsex is the pick of the day. This one here with the Power City Earn protocol coming is going to be a big deal. And this chart is looking very good too for a pickup with a nice little pullback for you, just to give you that last window of opportunity to pick up more volume. And of course, here we are at the RSI at 46. So looking pretty good on Pulsex too. Incentive token there is, like I say, at 69 cents. And of course, that's let's have a look at the ratio. The ratio is all-time low, so we're at 10,757. Obviously, this has been emitted from the Pulsex farms. And of course, not only do we have Power City coming, that's going to be bullish for Pulsex with the Earn protocol, but we're also going to have potentially any of those things that on the Pulsex DEX, maybe a DAO, maybe the single-sided stake, anything like that. So we'll see how that goes. Hex at the moment, PHEX is obviously at the moment. Are we finished the day? Yeah, we got 10 minutes to go on the day candle. So we've had a high of 1.1 cents, a low of 1.07. We're currently at 1.1 cents at the moment. That's kind of where we are with the RSI looking pretty good at 47. And most importantly, let's have a look at the MACD. Look at this MACD. Whee! That is a bullish sign, folks. And with Bitcoin, like I say, around the 40, look at that, 40K. Whee! You get excited. I don't know what that funny kickle is, but it may be a kickle of joy, a kickle of great joy there. That's pretty cool. And Ethereum there getting more buzz. Looking forward to it. So that is looking bullish on PHEX. Look at that. So that's the other tip. So I'd say Pulsex and then Hex, the call there. And I think that's looking pretty good. Let's go to EHEX. EHEX is at 6/10 of a penny. And of course, the RSI here is chill down at 46. And of course, that's the play. So I kind of have it Pulsex, PHEX, Pulse, and then of course EHEX, the Richard R tokens there. That's kind of the picking order at the moment. Obviously, Pulsex is going to benefit from the Power City as well. Pulse will too, but indirectly from that. All right, so that's looking good there on the charts. Let's bring up the InvestX, because I was going to talk about that too. with the combined price of EHEX and PX. I always like to pull that up. That's pretty bullish. Let's go. Let's have a look at that 40K. 40K and pray. That's how we're looking there. It looks so good. Looks dang good. Yes, sir. All right. Let's have a look at let's get serious here, and let's have a look at the combined price of PHEX and EHEX on the chart. I always like to have a look here on investdex.io, the best workshop, #1 workshop on the old Pulsechain. Definitely check it out if you haven't. Investdex.io. That is the chart there at the moment, looking pretty nice at 1.7 cents. Recently we've been up about 1.9, so looking good is the old chart there. That brings us into the rest of the stuff we're going to talk about, which is validators. Validators for day 205, 50,765, just off the all-time high. We've got 1.62 trillion off the market at the moment, which is just under 11%. Let's go to liquid loans, and we're going to come back to liquid loans. Let me go to let's come back to liquid loans. Let's pull that up here because I want to look at the data to show you the bullishness on that. Let's go to the mainnet and pull that up, and we're going to go down to the highlight numbers. Let's go to analytics, actually. Let's go to analytics. And analytics here, look at us. Whee! It's bullish. Now, we've got 281 billion pulse now off the market through liquid loans. That's in addition, I repeat, in addition to the 1.62 trillion off with the validators. That's bullish for pulse. That is a big jump, and I expect it to increase over the next 6 weeks in particular. So we got 281, so 281 and plus, of course, the 162, so 1620, let's say. So we got 1.9 trillion of the pulse is now off the market with the validators. This doesn't include, of course, the burn that we had from the Genesis validators, and that's pretty exciting to see. Now, 1.9 trillion, and we divide that by 15 trillion, and that gives us a percentage of 12.67%. I repeat, 12.67% of pulse is now off the market, and that is bullish. So what we want to see too with the liquid loan stuff is that we want to see, I would like to see this get up to 5% within like 6 to 8 weeks, maybe something like that. That'd be pretty good. So about 150 billion pulse is like 1% of the public supply. So you just have to multiply that out. There'll be about 750 billion being the target. That'd be a pretty good target to hit. And that'd get 5% of the pulse off the market. That's going to be good. So looking really exciting. And at the moment, of course, we've got our own internal money generator, USDL, our second stable coin. 6.55 million stable coins have now been issued by liquid loans. And that's probably 2.5 times more than the CST stable coin, which is backed by fiat from Coast, which is amazing by itself. So if you add those together, we're probably looking at about 12 to 13 million, probably closer to $13 million of stable coins now has hit Pulsechain. Isn't that bullish? And we're about to have Power City coming down with the M protocol. It's going to collateralize PulseX and issue PXDC, our third stable coin, and that's going to be absolutely bullish. We're going to get tons more stable coins. We're going to have tens of millions of stable coins on Pulsechain, internally generated too, most of it. It's going to be bullish, so that's fantastic. The other thing, of course, you can use those stable coins to either go on the platform and earn revenue, or you can use those stable coins to go and buy more Pulsex and stuff like that. So time's ticking. Time is ticking. Tick tock, tick tock. You guys have been warned. It's ticking. And of course, we've got our fourth stable coin with a stability miner. We're going to talk about that later on. Stay tuned for that. That is the PUSD Algo. And I think that is a big upside. I'm going to talk about why when we get up to it. So definitely check that out when we get there. So super bullish on there. And of course, let's go to the gas prices. Super cheap on Pulsechain, 226,000 Gwei, really cheap. 4/10 of a penny for a Pulsex swap, 300th of a penny for a Pulsecoin transfer, 900th of a penny for a PRC20 transfer. And of course, we're 5,000 times cheaper than Ethereum at the moment. $22 to do a swap on Ethereum, and 11,000 times cheaper than Bitcoin. $3.36 to send a Bitcoin. Probably take you 24 hours, but that is the price. So we are super cheap, super fast. We are fantastic for doing compounding, which is the ultimate in DeFi. And of course, we have most of our protocols doing profit sharing with the ownership token, which is a big game changer where the people get paid. So that's kind of cool. I like that. That's day 205. We're going to be starting day 206, looking like a boss. So very, very cool. Now that's going to bring us into, of course, the PRC20 category. So we're going to talk about that. It's going to be pretty nice. So let's have a look here. We're going to have a look at the top ones here in the PRC20 category. We got PDI has dropped 6% here at 00053. What else is going okay there? Maker is up 33%. It's got 95K liquidity, so it's a decent retail play there, $4.15. What else is down? SHIB is down 22%. Pepe is down 3%. What else is going on there? Pulse Bitcoin down 14%. Those are some of the highlights there amongst the majors on PLC 20s. Let's have a look at the meme coins. The meme coins, how were they looking there? Everything's pretty much down. We got PLD is up 1%. What else is looking there? That's pretty much it. Let's go to our main category, which is Pulsechain projects, category number 4, and look by percentage. Let's look at percentage there. We've got TrustSwap up 20%, Burn token from TRH up 20%, which is very good call by Archie, by the way. Big shout to you, Archie. Archie called for Burn, probably get priced up pretty well. We've got Water token up 15% as well. So TRH ecosystem from Jacob ecosystem is doing very well. We're trying to line up another interview for that second interview we talked about. So if you're watching out for that, for the Jacobs ecosystem, we're trying to get a second interview as discussed around TRH, TYZZ, and of course, was it TYZZ? And DeFi Binance, and of course, PulseBot. So stay tuned for that. We're trying to organize that at the moment. All right, so what else there? We've got Up token as well, up 9.5%. That is a liquid loans protocol sort of token ecosystem. So we're going to talk about that in the future too. Pulse Reflections up 6%. So those are some of the leaders there. Texan token up 5%. So those kind of the honorable mentions amongst the leaders in the Pulsechain projects, looking pretty good. Let's have a quick closer look at TYRH quickly. Like I say, Burn and Water are up quite nicely, and we will try and be doing a second live stream with Jacob from Jacob's ecosystem to go through the TRH, TYZZ, DeFi Binance, and of course PulseBot updates and anything else that's out there as well. So it's going to be cool. So stay tuned for that coming up. 9inch, of course. Let's have a quick look at this. So we PulseX is the biggest TVL, then PX, the fork of balancer, and then maybe Liquid Loans now. Actually, let's have a look at Liquid Loans because Liquid Loans probably might be the third biggest protocol now. I didn't even think about that when I was looking at it. Let's have a look again. It might actually be the third biggest now. So I've got to be careful how I give the stats out, right? Because what's the TVL here? Yeah, well, definitely Liquid Loans is now number 3, $18 million. $18 million locked in TVL on Liquid Loans. So congratulations, Liquid Loans. Well done. 18 million bucks. That's pretty amazing. And it's only the first couple of days. Day 3, is it? Amazing. So there we go. That means that 9inch now is number 4 on the TVL list. And you heard it here first, folks. So there we go. I don't know if you did, but I just told you. So there we go. And of course, let's have a look at the 9inch, which is the 4th biggest TVL. And let's have a look at, where is it here? 9inch Pulse. Let's have a look at how this is going. All right, so we're at 509,634. So it has lost a 0. It is still down pretty fairly from the sacrifice price, which is at 1567 from memory, or 1568, which is what, about around about 38% down from that. It doesn't include Ethereum, of course, which is added value, but that is where it is on Pulsechain, as I always say. I like to be, upfront about that. Let's go have a look at the DEX and see what the TVL is looking like at the moment. I might have to swap over to Pulsechain. Let me just do that. Actually, I'm on Pulsechain. Let's have a quick look at 9inch DEX there. And the TVL, 11.65 million. So yeah, number 4 at the moment is the 9inch, and of course the APYs there still looking pretty good. Getting on the lower price end here might be the upside, right? You get the upside if it recovers. They've still got lots more stuff coming in terms of the farms and supported tokens. I know one of those is going to be TRH. That's expected. So yeah, the APYs there. The best one there, Pulse Paul Pleb, 61% there. What else is looking pretty good? HOA Pulse there, 72%. 9inch HOA, 70% there. So there's some of the top yields. And of course, they have single side staking there as well. How's that looking there? Pretty good still on some of the APYs. If you lock, of course, that you take on the risk, future risk there. All right, so that is some of the cool numbers. And I think that's it on the tokens. So we're going to get into some of the news. Let's do that. We're going to get Liquid Loans. So Liquid Loans is a big deal. Before we get into Liquid Loans, though, and some of the project news, let's catch up on the chat so I don't get too far ahead. Man, 40K on Bitcoin. Woo-hee-hee-hee. I love that. That's a new laugh I've just got there. I don't know if I'm going to keep that laugh, but it's coming out because I'm excited. Hello, friends. Hey, Pumpkin Owl, good to see you. Loan token emissions are wild. Yeah, if you're doing liquidity farming on for loan provision, you can get pretty nice yields on that at the moment. So that's kind of cool. They've got 150 billion over 42 days. So I'm sure the yields are pretty good. Sandy Beach, you're doing liquidity LP providing for liquid loans. Let me know how that's going, because that's got to be a pretty good payoff with the loan token there. The price could be better, and I am also sacrificing. I'll see the disparity. However, I think loan token will have a pumper stake selling. Yeah, okay, let's have a look at that actually, because I never highlighted that on the Pulsechain projects. So we might have a quick look at loan token before we get into the details. So let's go back into here and go to projects, Pulsechain projects and loan token. Let's have a look for that. Scroll. There's so many projects now, as you can see. It's really starting to grow on the list. I might have to sort by alphabetical there. Loan token. All right, loan token here. Wee-hee-hee. All right. Wow. Okay, so loan token, we talked about this, right? Well, let's put it on the hourly. Is that the hourly? Is that going to work? No, it's not quite. Let's get rid of that beginning part there. So I have the sacrifice price based on the average. I went through the logic, like the source for this information on the supporting side. Now, it's a proxy. Obviously, there's way more loan tokens in existence. So yeah, it's just a proxy based on that original one. But in any case, we are down at quadruple 014, which may be actually close to the actual real price. So I'm going to have to recalibrate this market value, because there's way more tokens in existence. But 75% of them not coming out for 2 years, like over a period of 2 years, I should say. Every month there's got more tokens coming out. And we do have the 150 billion coming out too in the liquidity pool provision to incentivize liquidity. So what is our liquidity? 64K. So obviously the price is down quite a bit, but we're at 64K, down 31% at the moment. What have we got there? We've got 2.25 billion loan tokens in the pool. We've got 513 million pulse in there as well. Let's have a look at the contract quickly. Gonna give it a rocket there. Have a look at the contract and see what the supply there is. It's telling us that the supply is 5.5 trillion. Presumably that's the max has all been minted out, is my guess there, and the allocations being dripped to people through the sacrifice claiming site, as well as I guess the LP stuff that the team is holding for that. That's my guess, the way this is structured. We're going to be getting the Liquid Loans team on the live stream coming up, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be a big interview, so stay tuned. We'll get all the questions that you might have and all that sort of stuff. We'll ask some of the questions. Kind of cool. So that is some of the cool wallets at the moment. I guess this 4% is Team's wallet, maybe. I don't know whose wallet that is, but maybe it's related to that. So that's kind of the wallets there. We're going to move on. We'll try and deep dive into the liquid line metrics at some stage. But that is the price at the moment, and maybe it's a bit of an opportunity. We'll see. It is number 3 TVL. Now, so the liquid loans is actually performing very well, like a boss. The results here are fantastic. The price, though, not representing that. Obviously, $51 million or so was sacrificed for this, so we'll see how we get on. Now, one of the things we had at the beginning, as you guys know, I commented on this the other day, is we had a big whale selling down here. They sold out, I think, 3 or 4 billion tokens. So that's just what drove this down, one big whale. But it has had weaker prices down here at the moment, as we can see. So we'll have to wait till the downtrend is over. Maybe it's over now. We will see, because Bitcoin is a pumping, and maybe that's enough for it to be a jumping on the old liquid loans. Now, we do have more news, which is pretty bullish news as well on liquid loans. We're going to get to that in a minute, but let's say hello to a few more people. Pumpkin Owl says loan is. Yes, I get it. Yeehaw, says Pumpkin Owl. Absolutely. D Hexen House there. What's up, Hexkins, Pulsechins, and Pulsechins, and all the world? Hey, D Hex. It took a bit of care to write that, by the way. Woohoo! Hey, good to see Pumpkin Owl. We've got Shirley Fortress in the house. Bananas, baby. Bananas. And Sandy Beach is awesome. So Sandy Beach is doing LP provision for liquid loans, and I think it's probably pretty amazing loan token rewards in that LP provision. That's my guess there. For 42 days, 150 billion divided by 42, with only 65K in there. Now, PHUX has also liquid loans, right? Let me just pull up PHUX, because I think pretty sure they've got their liquidity up and running too there. So let's have a quick look at that before we get into the big news about the 1 billion giveaway contests, which is pretty awesome. What else we got there? Let's have a quick look here. I don't know. I'll do the search button here just while I'm waiting. No, no, I can't find that either. Pretty sure that there was the liquidity in here now. I saw that. Line token. No, I can't actually see any list there actually. Double checking. I can't actually see any there at the moment. So, you know, I'll have to come back on that. I can't see anything at first look. But let's get into the big news there about the launch. So where am I up to here? Let's go back to here and we're going to get into this. So big win, of course. I posted this out on the channel just earlier. $1 billion PLS giveaway as part of the Liquid Loans launch. And I've got a Love Liquid Loans challenge today. 2 exciting ways to participate. And of course, I posted the video here from Warris, the growth marketing manager for Liquid Loans. But we've got it here. Let's going to play it. All right. Hopefully you enjoy. Definitely participate if you can. There's 2 ways to do it. One's on the socials. One's on opening up a loan vault on Liquid Loans itself. So we'll check it out.
On community, Pulsechain safe, live on mainnet. Fetch, live on mainnet. Liquid Loans, live on mainnet. Guys, it's been a long journey. We're so excited. Couldn't be happier with the results. So grateful for all the community. We are live. And now we finally get the chance to drop our 1 billion Pulse challenge. So we're gonna give back. We're doing a great giveaway, offering up some cool stuff to get the community involved here early on with LL. Now, there's 2 different ways to enter. There's the social share side, and you can put hashtag love liquid loans, and most importantly, why. The whys are important. The whys are why we do everything. So not only do we want to see that you love liquid loans, we want to know why. That's part of it. And the other really interesting for some of our users is to open a vault on mainnet. So we are on mainnet, no testnet. This is all mainnet driven. Open up a vault on there to qualify, and we're going to take these first 14 days. It's going to coincide with when redemptions turn on. We're going to do the drawings and everything a little later on in the year. But guys, we're going to have 1 billion Pulse that's going to be up for grabs. Help us get it out there. Let us know why you love Liquid Loans. We could not be happier. We're so grateful to you guys being on mainnet. It's everything. Get involved in this challenge. It's going to be awesome, and let everybody know why you love Liquid Loans.
All right, so that is the giveaway, and that is the link there. Put it in the chat if you want to get into that. I do encourage you. I mean, the chances of winning, you might have a good chance. Now, obviously, you have to just hit the link on the tweet here or post, and it's liquid.loans./challenge. So liquid.loans./challenge. It's going to take you to this website, and you can participate in a number of ways, of course, so you can get through all that. So you can, option 1 is social share, so that's easy to do. You just have to share it on Twitter, on any one of these. So follow us and subscribe to your favorite channels. So on X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Now, I noticed yesterday, I think they did something on Telegram for 10,000 challenge. So I think they probably hit that. But that's pretty cool. And number 2 is download one of the stunning graphics on Liquid Loans. Step 3, share it on any of the 4 social media platforms there. Listed and tag Liquid Loans with these different hashtags. Love Liquid Loans and Pulsechain. And of course you can get creative, so definitely read through all that. Number 2 is that you have the option of opening up a vault on mainnet, and so your vault, that your loan that you take will get to qualify for that. Remember, minimum loan is $2,000 for that. So you connect your wallet and you can open up a vault. So that is the other play of doing it. So the prize pool, 500 million Pulse for one major winner who opens up a mainnet vault, 150 million Pulse prize for second runner up who opens up a mainnet vault, and 10 million Pulse prize for 20 winners. So there's 20 winners who share a graphic on social media. So there's 10 million Pulse prize for 20 winners who share the graphic. So a lot of you may do that, but if you're going to be opening up a vault, you have a chance to win that either 500 or 150 million Pulse, which is pretty cool. They got some dates for this, of course. The challenge starts at the 1st of December and runs through to the 15th December. So that's pretty much 2 weeks. So get in on that. That is the time frame there. Pretty cool. And you can sign up to all the other stuff. They got a bit of fine print here, and you can go through all that, of course. So really bullish there, folks, on that. So I hope you guys enjoy it. That is the link. Get in there. It's not too often we have a 1 billion Pulse giveaway. I think the other person that's given big giveaways has been Jacob from the Jacob ecosystem, which we cover pretty fully on this channel. So that's pretty cool. All right, so that is good news around that. Now, the other thing, of course, we talked about CSTs, Coast Stablecoin. You can use Brian's link in the video description to use that to on-ramp fiat country onto Pulsechain through the CST stablecoin. Now we've got liquid loans with USDL, which is absolutely crushing it on the metrics. And we've now got $8.5 million of stablecoin through USDL now on the market. We're going to have Power City coming up soon. Power City is going to be the fourth one, and I think Pulsex is going to benefit pretty big time from that, right? So Pulsex is going to be benefit from the Power City, and of course we have the Earn protocol, which is already on testnet on Pulsechain testnet v4, but this is going to be launching pretty soon, I guess. This is going to be very, very soon. Let's quickly log on to this just for fun. Let me just queue up here on the third stablecoin, I should say, coming to Pulsechain. And let's see here. Let's go to this one here. And bam, let's go. All right, so this is going to be liquid loans. Power City's protocol. This needs Fetch Oracle 2, so that's going to be using that, and it's going to be collateralizing Pulse X, and that's bullish for Pulse X. That's why I say Pulse X is the number one call for me at the moment. And the people are going to be able to get a lower loan, so it's a lower entry for the retail book, $500 as opposed to 2,000 liquid loans. And I think it's going to be super, super big deal. And we're going to have PXD stablecoin. So it's going to be stablecoin number 3. So that is the play at the moment. But a Power City, of course, is a huge ecosystem, one of our biggest ecosystems. They've got Power City Core is going to be launched soon. They've got the Portal X, which is already up and running. Portal X does cross-chain and on-chain swapping. It's been pretty useful for a lot of people. They must have a ton of fees accrued in that. That's going to go to Power City Core users. I think this is probably going to be pound for pound, probably the most lucrative sacrifice project out there, bar one maybe. And of course, looking forward to that. Earn protocol, of course, going to be even more bullish. All the fees going into the core, Portal X going into the core. And then, of course, they've got the amplifier, which is going to be a front end for liquid loans. That's going to be launching too. That's going to go, fees are going to go into the core. And of course, the accelerator there as well, accelerating your yield on DeFi, which is wonderful on Pulsechain. Those fees are going to go into core as well. So I think the Power City sacrifice is probably going to be pretty lucrative. I think that it's going to be talked about for quite a bit. Now, the other one, of course, they got their Pixel Park NFT market coming up, which is NFT number 6, market number 6. We got 5 up already. We got 2 more coming. That's Pixel Park NFTs, and we've got 9NM NFT market as well. But here's the secret sauce, right? The Power City teams talked about having some secret sauce in Pixel Park NFT marketplace that hasn't been seen before. So we're looking forward to that. And we always know that Power City does do pretty amazing stuff. So we're looking forward to that. So that's stablecoin number 3, PXDC. Now, this is adding in leverage onto Pulsechain, adding in stablecoins. It's super bullish, adding in lending, and of course, revenue platform earnings. So it's a big, big deal, and it's going to help Pulsechain big time. So excited about that. So, but wait, there's more. We're going to have our 4th stablecoin, of course, which is PUSD Algo. This is going to be our 4th stablecoin. This is going to be an algorithmic stablecoin. So Coast is based on fiat backing. The USDL and PXDC is based on the Liquidity fork, which is based on Pulse and PulseX collateral, respectively. And then now we're going to have a 4th, an algorithmic coin, like a Terra Luna, but with improved tokenomics and systems, so that you keep that dollar pegged and you don't allow big whale manipulation, right? So this is really, really bringing the latest technology into making the stablecoin work. And of course, we can already see that operating live on Pulsechain with their prototype being tested. So it's pretty cool. It's actually been more stable based on the prototype as well for the stablecoin. But they're going to be having 4 coins on this. You're going to have PUSD, the stablecoin. You're going to need to get PUSD. You're going to need Algo. Algo is going to be the main coin. And then, of course, there's going to be an incentive token called Flex. And, of course, if you want to stake your PUSD, there's going to be a token called WPUSD. So that's going to be pretty amazing. You're going to be able to mint your stablecoin with Algo. You're going to be able to go into the stability miner. This is really the heart of the protocol, because you can participate in keeping that stablecoin stable with stability miner liquidity and get paid for doing so. It's going to be pretty neat. You're going to be paid in multiple tokens, Algo potentially, a wrap PUSD, and which you can stake as well and earn Flex as well. So it's going to be pretty bullish on that. You're going to have the earning, of course. You're going to be able to earn that with the Hex token. You're going to be able to stake your PUSD stablecoin and your Algo coins as well. And you're going to get some nice little algo as well up there, subject to any final changes. And of course, you're going to be able to redeem your stable coin on there, and you're going to be able to do swaps as well. So they're going to use V3 at this stage. And of course, that's going to be pretty profitable also. So if you want to participate in the fourth one, and here's the kicker, here's the magic here for this one, is that so far the sacrifice has been over 100,000 US dollars. With bonuses, that's got up to $205,816. But here's the kicker, right? So for liquid loans, they did about 51 million. So it's a lot of capital, right? But here, the capital is like around just over 100,000 at the moment. It's going to continue to climb, of course. We're currently just hit day number 10 out of 45. But the first 15 days is really important to get sacrificed because you've got a low capital base, relatively speaking, to the potential big upside with the stablecoin and the stability miner. So that is really the secret there. A relatively low capex, while still good, but relatively low. And of course, you can get the potential upsides is massive. So really excited about this. It is built more speculative, of course, with the new technology around stability miners, where the miners are continually holding their peg, but you're getting nice trade volume from that as well. So it's going to be pretty bullish on this here. I'm very excited. Now, yeah, this is the fourth stablecoin. It's going to be PUSD. Fantastic brand name, right? Pulse USD, Pulse Stable, and it's going to be our fourth stablecoin. And you still get a chance to get in early on this. So I've got my referral link in the video description. Now, there's two bonuses you get. The referral link, which is 19% bonus, right? So that's going to really get you going really well. So this player here, for example, this player here used a 1.19% bonus, and they ended up getting up to 4,760. So this line here, this amount here includes your referral bonus, and so that is pretty cool. If you get over $1,000, you automatically get the second bonus. You automatically get second bonus, which is we call bonus X. And of course, if you get over the sacrifice over $1,000, you will get a 2x multiplier automatically, or up to a 2x multiplier automatically given to you. At the moment, that is between 1.5 and 2x. So pretty amazing. So the referral link in the video description is guaranteed 19% bonus. On top of that, if you do over $1,000, it will be you'll get an X bonus, a second bonus, which is massive, between 1.5 and 2x. Now, if you wait until day 16, you're going to drop down. Your chances of getting a higher X multiplier are lower. So earlier pays better in here, as you can see, because the minimum will drop down to 1.25 from 1.5. So you'll get some random bonus between 1.25 and 2 rather than a random bonus between 1.5 and 2. See how that works? And so getting in early in the first 15 days is really, really crucial there. And of course, that's the way to go. So let's have a look at a couple of examples. This one here got a 13% referral code. Well, mine's a lot better than that. It's 19%. It's the second highest you can get. So you can use that. And then this one here for his X bonus, he did over 1,000. He got an X bonus at 1.15. But if he'd waited to the second 15-day period, he might have got 1.25 because it drops down. But of course, at the moment, the minimum is 1.5. So you do want to get in earlier than later, and so on. This person here got a referral code of 11%. So the one in the video description is 19. So you're winning straight out of the gate. And of course, if you hit $1,000, you'll get a random one applied. You got a 1.5 here. But you can see some of the different ones. Some people are getting 1.95. Some people are getting 1.825. So you can get the higher ones as well. We look over the next page, as the second page, we can see other people getting 1.93, 1.64, 1.72. So you do get just a random number for that. But of course, the more you do, the better. The more you get, the better. Starting off with a high referral code is a good start for that. Now, what do you get? So if you take the total balances here, so for example, let's look at this one here. This person got a 1.19% on their referral bonus that they used, like the one in the video description. Then they got over $1,000. They got a random bonus X applied, which is 1.92. That gave them a total sacrifice of $8,072. Isn't that awesome? So they jumped from 4,200 to 8,072. And for every dollar that you get on that total, you get 20 algo tokens, you get 200 flex tokens, which is the incentive token, and you get 0.01 wrap PUSD stable coin there, which you can go to stake, right? You'll be able to stake that, and get earn from it there. I think it's this one here. You'll be able to stake that. One of these ones you can stake that. So it's going to be pretty bullish there as well. So definitely get involved with that. It is a pretty relatively undercapitalized in my view. Once again, not financial advice, do your own investment due diligence. But I think compared to some of the other stable coins, I think it was $16 million for Power City. Obviously, Power City is a big ecosystem. $51 million for Liquid Loans, obviously, is a big ecosystem too. But here, of course, you're part of Jacob's ecosystem, which is going to be massive anyway. You got TYCZ coming. You got DeFi Binance. You got PulseBot. And of course, you got PUSD Algo, and you got TYRH V4 coming. So it's a massive ecosystem by itself and leading in DeFi and tokenomics and innovation. So I definitely want to get involved. So check it out. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this PSD. It's going to be amazing. All right, looking pretty good. Bitcoin moving up, $40,119. Ethereum there at $2,197. It's looking good, folks. Looking really good, which leads us up into our last topic, which is going to be the Hex Daily Payout. Hex.com, check it out. You can buy Hex, you can burn it for T-shares and start mining Hex today. It is the ultimate CD miner. And of course, we're going to check it out here with the results when they come out. We haven't quite got them out yet, but we're going to get to them when they do. We're waiting for day 1462. So we'll come back to that. But before we do, let's catch up in the chat there and see who else has jumped in here. Man, oh man, are you excited, man? Bitcoin hits 40. Everything's playing out perfectly. It's going to be so good. Let's see what other comments we've got here. We've got Craig Pittenhouse there. Morning all. Good to see you, Craig. Welcome. And what else there, Sandy? Someone said Sandy's that's evil. Yes, Sandy, right? Keep watching Liquidate. Sandy Beach says it sure was. I kept watching it for liquidations, hoping for more. Says Sandy Beach. That's pure evil, says Brennan. Yeah, that's true. That's funny. Pumpkin House says some people don't realize if they are the lowest on the poll, they will get liquidated. Poof. Yeah, there's some pretty high risk takers on there, and then you pull back. That's true. You got to be careful with your collateralization. I always suggest 1,000% collateral, which is like a 10% loan. I think that's generally the better way. Now, we're going to be going through liquid loan strategies coming up on the channel as well, so stay tuned for that. We are going to queue up an interview with number one person on that one, so stay tuned. It's coming down the line as well. We've got a couple of interviews going to be pretty cool on the channel, covering all these big protocols and strategies coming up. Now, if you want to talk about strategy, of course, get into our strategy club. The link's in the chat there. So definitely get, in the video description for the strategy club. Join up today. And of course, join up for Discord if you, as well, if you're going to be, if you don't want to do strategy up, just join the Discord. That's pretty much it. Pulsechain Rocket says, Russ, yeah, good time to pick up some nice volume at the moment on the old Pulsechain, particularly, as I say, Pulsechain seems pretty attractive. There was a collateral ratio of 110% earlier today, but then it popped up. Yeah, very wise on that one, wasn't it, Sandy? Pulsechain is shaping up nicely. So early, this is going to be great and will create a huge draw organically, absolutely. Who else is in there? Pumpkin House says fangs out, Sandy. Boy, Sandy. All because you made that one comment about the liquidations. That's hilarious. Sandy's like, no. I'm a nice angel. I'm a nice angel. What else there? Yes, I am. I see that angel. And then you have a little angel emoji. That's hilarious. Hit the like button, people, says Craig. Absolutely hit the like button there. The stream is a hoot, says Brennan. Hey, thanks so much, Brennan. Hey, we've got to get you on the live stream for the TA session. That's coming up too. We've got so many sessions coming up on this channel. It's going to be absolutely lit. It's going to be so good. Pumpkin House says, better get your Ethereum token now for your Hex stakes before price runs away. The train is leaving. That's wise words there, actually. So just for your Ethereum stakes for Hex, make sure you got a bit of gas there to pay for that in the future if you've got one coming up or many coming up. So wise words there from Pumpkin House. All right, looking pretty good. I think that's it. Let's get back to the stats here on Hex. Have we got them out yet? No, they're not out yet. So I must be running way ahead of time. I'm running a little bit ahead of time. That's just the way it goes. All right, let's jump out of there. Man, what a time, eh? What a time is this? Going to be pretty amazing. So yeah, let's get back into the charts here. And let's see where we're up to. Bam, there we go. That is a Bitcoin. $40,087, Ethereum at $2,195. We're here at history, folks. This is history in the making. We've got a BTC and the Ethereum ETFs coming up. It's a big deal. We are at a stark turning point for crypto. And like I say, the analyst that we had is a 90% chance of happening. So let's hear from Stefan again here.
Everybody up for approval on the same day, which means that, so right now you have this deadline for Global X. That's December 29th. We don't know the exact deadline for Hashdex and Franklin. It's likely to be somewhere around January 5th to 8th, maybe. So that means there's going to be a window from January 5th or some other date and January 10th, where all 12 can be approved, which has been the date that we've been saying for months that this thing is going to happen by. So now we're really narrowing in. We thought there was a possibility we could see approvals in December, but the move from the SEC this week tells us that the approvals, again, if they happen, we're 90% odds that they're going to happen by Jan 10. So this move by the SEC.
All right, so that's bullish, folks. I mean, this guy's about as good as it gets with Bitcoin analytics. So fantastic news. Get excited. It's going to be pretty awesome. So really excited there. All right, there we are. Bitcoin at 40,085, like a boss, and Ethereum there 2,195, doing pretty well. Also, looking very nice indeed. It's going to be very, very exciting to see this play out as well. Let me have a look here. We're going to go back into. We're just waiting for the Hex daily stats to come out. They're not out yet, so let's have a go look back on the old Pulsechain again and see how that's going. So day 2,206 is currently the current day happening for the old Pulsechain. Let's go to that and let's sort by liquidity here. So Pulsex at the moment at 1676, PHEX there just under just under 1.1 cent. Pulse there at 6,200, and that's kind of where we're running at this stage. I'm trying to think what else we can look at there. I think I've gone through everything. Let's have a look at the perpetuals. I haven't gone through the perpetuals. I need to add this in the list. The perpetuals are Hex derivatives, so Maximus or Hedron Acosa. Now, Hedron Acosa is coming up, right? Alex McFurter with V4. We're expecting the prototype was supposed to be out in Q4. I guess we're still in Q4. We're in December, the late part. But that's going to be a big deal for Hedron. So Hedron's going to be pretty interesting. We got PHEX. So let's go look at Hedron at the moment on Pulsechain. So Pulsechain at the moment, this is the price chart for Hedron on the daily. And we can see that, we're pretty high when we launched, of course, back in June. And there, we're obviously 10th of May is when we launched. But at the moment, the price is at 6 euros 14.17. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. I think this is way undervalued. Obviously, not financial advice, but definitely an opportunity here when V2 comes out for Acosa Hedron, because Alex is bringing some amazing technology and features and benefits to that ecosystem with cross-chain and staking, multiple chains for the same token, and lots of other. There's so many benefits, really amazing there. Probably Crypto Sloth is probably the number one person that probably covers this area in the Pulsechain Hex community. So Crypto Sloth, if you haven't checked him out, he does a lot of stuff on Hedron Acosa and does all the deep dive, does all the intense analysis on that. Definitely pretty good, but we're probably going to comment more on ourselves on this channel on the old Hedron. The other one is Acosa. Let's have a look at Acosa at the moment. I've got V2 here, so I guess that's good enough. Acosa here is at just under 0.3 of a penny at the moment on the old Acosa. So it's looking not too bad as well. Now, remember, when you stake Hex, you also get Hedron, right? You get 1-to-1 Hedron there. Obviously, if you're in the launch phase, you would have got up to a 10 or 11x bonus. It was the start from that. But at the moment, it's pretty much a 1-to-1. So it's a nice additional revenue to Hex. And, of course, if the V2 comes out that for Acosa Hedron and the price starts to rally as well with Hex, then all the stuff's going to go up. So it's going to be pretty fun to see that play out. And picking it off while it's super cheap is a good way of getting a big position. It's kind of the play there. All right, that is pretty much Hedron Acosa. Let's go into, we've got other stuff here from Maximus and Lucky and Dicky in that. Let's have a look at Dicky, shall we? Dicky is the 10-year staking pool. Now, if we look at the stakes going out far into the future, the Hex Gold Whale is the juggernaut out there, right? The other juggernaut is the Maximus one as well, which is not Max. It's which one is it? It's is it Maxi? Maxi. I don't have Maxi on here. Can I believe it? I have not got Maxi on here. That's hilarious. All right, we're gonna have to add Maxi. Maxi is the one that's out there. It's gonna be a pretty big juggernaut. And which one is the liquidity here? So this one. Let's add the Pulse there, and we'll add that to the perpetuals. We'll add that one into the perpetuals as well. I think that's it. That's what we're going to do there. Yeah, we'll add that. I think that's fine for the time being. So let's go to Maxi, and this is the big juggernaut Hex stakeout in the future. We'll have a look at the quick price here. And let's have a look here. So if you go to the Maximus dashboards, we've got Maximus dashboards in the useful links in Discord. There's a whole section on icosahedron. There's a whole section on Maximus. You'll be able to find the dashboards. It will tell you whether something's at a discount or a premium as well to the underlying value. So imagine you got a big hex stake. It's worth a certain amount of value versus what the market price is currently at the moment valuing that. So if there's a disparity, you're getting a discount on the long run price of that once it matures. So that's kind of the way to look at that. At the moment, we're at 1.4 cents on the old Maxi token there, which is pretty good there with that extra value there. So it's not bad over Hex, which is what 1.1 cent. So that's on PHEX at the moment. Kind of cool. Don't forget this is also on Ethereum and Pulsechain, and of course, don't forget it's also on Ethereum Fair and Ethereum POW, which I don't really talk about much, but that's kind of the play there. In fact, how are they doing? Our long lost cousins, ETH POW and ETH Fair? Let me know in the chat there if you guys have been playing around on ETH Fair or ETH POW. I know Hex is the way, was big on that. He's an influence in the space, but yeah, I wasn't so convinced. So what's this one here? ETH POW. Let's have a look at ETH POW. So ETH POW at the moment, 44K in 24-hour volume. So ouchie. I think the best that got up to was what, 2 million, 3 million tops. Don't think it's got much more than that. That was at the beginning. It's definitely down pretty low from there. Don't think it's been that hot to drop. Let's see who's ruling the roost though. Who's ruling the roost in liquidity? Well, apparently ETH POW, obviously, which is the main coin for Ethereum POW, is a proof of work, remember? And what else we got going there? Uniswap, some token called Frog's Bone. Yeah, SHIB and Bone are doing kind of reasonable on here. And what else is there? Cult DAO, Hex here. So Hex is number 14. Hex used to dominate this, remember? At the beginning, it used to dominate. Now it's number 14 on ETH POW. And it's down 2% here at the moment. 3,200 liquidity. Volume is $40. $40. So none of you guys are playing on there. So if anyone writes that you're playing on ETH POW, you guys are telling a fib. There's nothing's happening on there. It's $40 in volume in this pair alone. This one here, this other Hex wrapped ETH one here, $33. So don't any of you write down that you guys are playing on ETH POW because unless you're playing with $70, that's not happening. That's not happening. So there we go. That's ETH POW. Let's look at ETH Fair. So ETH Fair is even weaker than ETH POW. Let's have a look here. Down the bottom here. Is that it? ETH Fair. Yeah, there we go. ETH Fair down the bottom. Oh my God. What a dog's breakfast. $339. This thing dead? It must be dead. Must be dead. Oh my gosh. So remember, it does really, really count where you put your value, right? It does really, really count. So even a chain like this doesn't mean it's going to be successful. Just learn the lesson right here, right? That's the play to get. Let's have a look. The biggest pool in liquidity. Let's have a look by liquidity. Looks like we've got this Paxos Gold thing, Chainlink, Uniswap. Let's have a look at what else. Trying to look for Hex down here somewhere. It's got to be here somewhere, surely. I think there's a search button, but we'll dismiss that out at the moment. Hex, where are you, Hex? Hex Cult. There's Hex match with Cult. Yeah, what happened to Cult? Cult was kind of doing some DAO stuff, wasn't it? The old Cult token. Oh man, that's a while back now. Talking about Cult. There was a lot of Hexkins getting into the Cult, weren't there? Who was driving that? I can't remember. But anyway, there is a couple of Hex pairs there, but I don't see them in the top. Don't see Hex in the top there anymore. Used to dominate this too, right? When it first launched. Hex was the early adopters. Man, Hex is always early adopters. That's kind of the way it goes. All right, so that's a bit of fun there, going back to ETH Fair and ETH POW, but most of the value is on Ethereum and Pulsechain. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. All right, so we've got Hex Day 1462. Before we get into that, though, I'm sure we got some funny comments about the ETH POW and ETH Fair. I'm sure we got some on that, and we're doing pretty good with that time, so we've got a bit of time to spare. Where else are we going here? We've got Christian says if BTC has already hit 40K this early, I can see it passing 60 at the peak, says Christian. I'm far more bullish. Are you talking about in the mini bull run? Maybe 60K, but man, I'm far more bullish about where Bitcoin's going. Yeah, definitely that 150 to 180. That's the kind of the main catalyst. Analyst predictions. I'm definitely in that ballpark. I can see it eventually getting to $1 million in time. Maybe the next bull cycle after that. It's definitely possible. Yes, having that safe high collateral ratio requires a high deposit. Yes, that's correct. Like 20,000, that prices must folk out. Yeah, including me. But I am having fun finding liquidity and stability and staking. Says Pumpkin Owl. There's some good information there from Pumpkin Owl again, like a boss. Chanovich says, "Oh yeah, I checked my icosahedron ecosystem yesterday or today. I hope the news will be good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Alex Mafetta is he's so good at stuff. It really is good. Pumpkin says, right on, Sandy. We are like the store selling tools to the gold miners. Are you selling your loan token emissions? Let's see what else. We jump through that. We'll see how famous Brennan looks like. Yeah, on TA. Yeah, that's true. Brennan's going to be on the show coming up. Let me jump through some of that. Sandy Speech says she's putting her loan token emissions that she's getting from providing LP for liquid lines back into the ecosystem. I claim once a day for both LP and stability pool. Staking is not very lucrative but that's okay. Let me jump through all that comments. There we got Drippy in the house. Hey, Drippy. Not long now. Woohoo. Hey, Drippy. Good to see you. And now ETH Power says, Brennan, yeah. What's that? You got a little ghost chain? Is that a ghost chain on the old ETH Power? Yeah. Well, ETH Fear was just dismal, right? ETH Fear was dismal, but they had a couple $100, wasn't it? I have stuff on ETH Power and ETH Fear, but not even looking at it, lol. Yeah, and it's also dangerous to try and on-ramp and off-ramp stuff on there. I tried for ages. I was pulling up all these sites that were new, and man, ETH Fear is definitely dead, but ETH Power, that's got a tiny bit of life in it, a teeny weeny bit there. All right, let's get back into it. Let's go back to Hex. Okay, so day 1642, folks. We're now in the 5th year of Hex, the 5th year of Hex, folks. That's awesome. Yesterday we celebrated the 4th year. Today we're in the 5th year of Hex, the 3rd of December 2023, and we got the price there down 10.6% at 57 hundredths of a penny is the snapshot. We've got the payout per T-share is a very handsome 6.811 Hex per T-share. The share rate is up 75 to 30,769. Now I still haven't gone to see whether Hex Crispy Man has talked about why the share rate didn't jump that 1400 that we'd seen in his projections, which have been accurate up to this point. So not sure what's happened there, but I still have to get around to checking his YouTube channel, see whether he's posted about that or his X platform. He's done a great service, but sometimes there may be an issue around that. We'll find out sooner than later. Average mining length there, 7.03 years, 39.5% on the APY. And of course the T-shares are up 103. We're sitting at 9,722,000 T-shares in the pool on the Ethereum side. And what else are we going to say about this? Lock percentage of coins, 9.39% of all hexes locked on the old Ethereum chain. We got a massive penalties today. We've had very low penalties. We got a good one today, 2.6 million. And I think the low penalties kind of shows you capitulation kind of is over, right? That's kind of what I feel about these low penalties, is that the market's kind of exhausted from that and it's probably ready to go up. So we'll see. I think that's kind of the sentiment. And we've got the crypto market pumping, of course. Look at that. It's pumping right there, you can see. And of course, we got 66 million in the payout pool there, so looking kind of good. Growth numbers, we're down 6 liquid holders, down 28 miners. We're at 190,680 on the miner numbers there. Right, so looking at Pulsechain, which is day 205, we got the 3rd of December, of course, just under 1.1 cent, down 2% today, so not as bad as the Ethereum side. The payout per T-share, not quite as good as Ethereum either, 6.65 compared to 6.8 on the Ethereum chain there. Where share rate is up 18 to 30,763. Earlier pays better, of course, in terms of Hex. The average mining length is shorter at 6.84 years than Ethereum, 37.43% APY on the old Pulse chain. The ownership there, oh, wow, look at that. We had we had 103, was it, on the Ethereum. We got 15,800 more T-shares today on the old Pulse chain side, and our number of T-shares in the ownership pool is 9.79. So 9,792,000 T-shares. That's the play. Now, remember, historically, we had as high as 11.2 million. So really, we've come down quite a bit there. Now, looking at the growth numbers, we got 9.75% of all hexes locked on the old Pulse chain. We had pretty modest penalties, 400,000, and we've got 65.1 million in the Hex payout pool, which was lower than what we saw on Ethereum. Looking at the growth numbers, we're actually up 2 liquid holders on Pulse chain. There are 21 miners on the old Pulse chain side, probably related to those penalties, right? They've got those high penalties on the Ethereum side in particular. The current miners, 124,628. So we've got about 5,000 more miners on Pulse chain than on Ethereum. So that is the results. We've just entered, of course, day 2 for year number 5. We're on 1463, and of course, day 206 on Pulse chain. And we're in our 5th year. So if anybody says, Hex is this or that, tell them, man, it's in its 5th year. You lame Nico. And we've got hundreds of thousands of people involved. And we've got our own Pulse Layer 1 chain now. So it's getting good. Now, if you haven't seen my presentation, The Future of Hex, then get into our Discord, join up. People really like that presentation. I really pulled together all the information that we have on the future of Hex coming up that we know of, and there's more that I don't know that's coming down the line, and of course we'll talk about that when it does, but it's a pretty good condensed view of the future of Hex, and so definitely get into that. All right, that is the place. Ask about it in Discord. Once you join up, links in the video description, join up to Discord, and we can the presentation is saved there, so we can you can still watch it. And I'm probably doing another presentation. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be doing maybe with Brian, our community leader, who's an amazing, incredible teacher around Hex and has onboarded so many people, well over 100 people. And we may end up doing some basic courses in the Discord and one of the audio chats there on Hex, so and on Pulsechain, so how to do some basic things. So if you like some of those basic 101s, if you're relatively new to Pulsechain or into Hex or crypto generally, they may be something really good for you. So we're going to be doing some stuff around that, and we're helping some people in the Discord today on that. So really, really cool. All right, that is pretty neat. And of course, the highlights today. We're an hour and 5 minutes in the live stream, but the highlights, we hit our 4,000. You guys know we've been looking and talking about this day after day after day, and we're here. We're finally here. $40,086 on Bitcoin. Ethereum at 2,200. The high today for Bitcoin has been 40,221, I think, on Coinbase. Basically, when we looked earlier, but Ethereum there at 2,200. And the important thing is that really the bull market is taking care. We're now in my third stage. You guys remember my first stage was getting over 30,500. The second stage was getting into the 37,500 range, and now we've busted over that. 48,000 was a previous high. We busted over that. 39,000 was the break-even amount from the last bull market cycle. So it's important that we broke apart that. So now that we're at 40, some of those people that bought near the top there are now, going to be in profit. Around that 40K, are going to be in profit now. So on the break-even. So that's really good news for generally them as well. They've had to wait a while, but got there. And now we're about to have the biggest cash injection potentially with a 90% chance of approval on the 10th of January. That's the bullish scenario. And so far, we've seen the market positions are buying Bitcoin up already before that. Now, remember, even though if we get to the 10th of January, it does take about a month for those to actually launch. But it doesn't really matter because a lot of the institutions are buying up anyway well before that, all competing to get the cheaper Bitcoin ahead of all that move. So it's pretty cool. All right. Who else is in the chat here? We've got a couple more comments. Banana Junkie says greed is good. Sandy says, and playing on Barista, but testnet, collecting that bean token. Yeah, that's true. If you guys haven't played on there, definitely play on there. You may get something special from the team. That's all I'm saying. That's what they indicated. So if you're not on Barista testnet playing around, you should probably get on there and do some little bean harvesting because it might be to your advantage. Now, remember, Barista is a front end for liquid loans. It's going to be launching soon. We've got two front ends launching for liquid loans, Barista, and of course the amplifier from Power City. So there's going to be two front ends for liquid loans. Now, if you go to Liquidity fork on Ethereum, I think there's like 20 front ends or something like that on there. But these ones are particularly special, right? This one's going to offer you a lot more value than the Liquidity front ends because Pulsechain is where DeFi is at. We have the greatest DeFi and we have profit sharing and we have extra value. That's how it rock and rolls on the old Pulsechain, which is fantastic. And it's not going to cost you $20, $30 to do it every time. It's going to be a fraction of a penny, which is pretty neat on Pulsechain too, to make some mad coin. So pretty exciting for that. All right, very cool. Now, okay, I'll pull it up. I know some of you are going, well, where is Barista? How can I get in there? Well, you're going to have to get on Pulsechain testnet v4 and play around with that. So let me just delete all that off there and get to the website. That is the website. You have to get on here. You need Pulsechain testnet v4. We've got the details under useful links in the Discord. So if you want to get hold of Pulsechain testnet v4 details, that is there. But Barista there, get in and start mining some bean ahead of the official launch of Barista as a front end on Pulsechain. And of course, they've got the extra reward of bean token, and they're part of their own development ecosystem. They've got two other protocols. They got a Bistro, which is going to be an over-the-counter product for Pulsechain, which I think is the first one we're going to have on Pulsechain. And we're also going to have Stakehouse, which is going to be a Hex pool, staking pool, just like Party Time there from Maximus, which is coming up as well. There's so much to keep a hold of, and that's why we're here on this channel every day, covering it all. So you guys keep up to date with the main stuff that's happening, and I hope you guys enjoy it because it's a good time. And of course, if you want to get in the chat all about it, strategies, projects, get into our Discord. The link is in the video description. And of course, it's going to be a lot of fun. We need the emoji back, Hex Token. Barista. Yeah, well, I replaced it with Liquid Line, Sandy Bitch. I can't have them all and can't have all the things. They don't give me a limit. They give me a limit. Depends on how many members there are in the Hex Token YouTube and how many they give me. But hey, what else there? I think that's it. Let's play out the video. We're up to an hour and 10 minutes. It's a good time to finish. Enjoy the Bitcoin. Let's put that back on there. That is Bitcoin. Bam. And of course, actually, let's go back in time. I don't want to do that. Let's go back in. That's Bitcoin. $40,100. Great place to finish. Let's play out some cool music on the way out. Shall we? Shall we do that? No, let's not do that. Let's just play out the Power City, the Liquid Loans competition. That is out at the moment. So get part of it. Get involved. All right. Peace out. Take care. Bye for now.
On community, Pulsechain Safe, live on mainnet. Fetch, live on mainnet. Liquid Loans, live on mainnet. Guys, it's been a long journey. We're so excited. Couldn't be happier with the results. So grateful for all the community. We are live. And now we finally get the chance to drop our 1 billion Pulse challenge. So we're going to give back. We're doing a great giveaway, offering up some cool stuff to get the community involved here early on with LL. Now, there's two different ways to enter. There's the social share side, and you can put hashtag love liquid loans, and most importantly, why. The whys are important. The whys are why we do everything. So not only do we want to see that you love liquid loans, we want to know why. That's part of it. And the other really interesting for some of our users is to open a vault on mainnet. So we are on mainnet, no testnet. This is all mainnet driven. Open up a vault on there to qualify, and we're going to take these first 14 days. It's going to coincide with when redemptions turn on. We're going to do the drawings and everything a little later on in the year. But guys, we're going to have 1 billion Pulse that's going to be up for grabs. Help us get it out there. Let us know why you love liquid loans. We could not be happier. We're so grateful to you guys being on mainnet. It's everything. Get involved in this challenge. It's going to be awesome, and let everybody know why you love liquid loans.